Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Community Development Block Grant Office Hours for June 12th, 2024. Today we have myself hosting, Tanner Wolverton. We have Susan Holt, CDBG Manager, Crystal White, Mike Phillips, Jeannie Lee, are all CDBG specialists or federal program specialists. We have from ICF, Sue Southen and Alexandra Baru. We also have Mamie Early, our section chief. Forgive me if I'm a little slow. Second time hosting. All right, so a little housekeeping, how to ask a question. So we do have a Q&A chat bubble to submit a question to the team. So click on that and you'll be able to submit one. And you may ask questions anonymously, but if you want your name, organization, or region associated with your question, you'll need to type it into the your name box. The team will read questions out loud throughout the presentation and will provide answers if possible. And all questions will be saved and recorded as part of the public record. I'm going to give it off to Crystal now.
Good morning. I'll be going over the CDBG program updates with you. The 2023 CDBG NOFA, the application period closed December 29, 2023 for the over-the-counter waitlisted projects. We did receive 7 applications and we conditionally awarded 6 applications. Under the 2023 CDBG NOFA Amendment Number 1, the application closed March 15, 2024 for new projects when funds were exhausted. We received 12 applications. Conditional award letters were sent May 24, 2024. Those are your CDBG updates. And now I'd like to go over, next slide, please, yes, the stakeholder feedback on the 2023 process. As discussed previously by our section chief and our program manager, they'd indicated that we were going to conduct a stakeholder feedback during regularly scheduled CDBG office hours. So in keeping with that, Wednesday, June 26, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., CDBG staff will hold a listening session to obtain stakeholder feedback on the 2023 and the 2023A CDBG NOFAs. So we want to know what worked well, what were some challenges, any thoughts on proposed changes that were in the NOFA, and any other feedback that you could provide that would make it easier to complete or more understandable to complete the application to review the NOFA. Again, that'll be during office hours, Wednesday, June 26, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And we will send out an e-blast, and it will be included in our office hours newsletter. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Crystal. Move on to questions and answers, a recap from our prior office hours. First question, just to verify, the competitive application limits are 300,000 for the public services and planning. Could you also please confirm that the overall jurisdiction limit will be for the what it will be for the 2024 NOFA? So the answer is, per the 24-25 draft annual action plan, the overall limit per jurisdiction will be 3.6 million. The limit per competitive activity application shall not exceed 300,000. Are the new 2023 awards still going to ILC by the end of this month? We hope to provide an update on the 2023 awards very soon. What is the proposed 2024 NOFA drop date? I thought it was coming until the fall. We are planning to release the 2024 NOFA by the end of July this year. There will be a 30-day window to review the 2024 NOFA before applications open. Tentatively, the applications will be open near the end of August and will be open for 60 days. Are you allowing both an OTC project and an OTC program? Yes, you can apply for both an OTC project and OTC program. Application maximums can be found in HCD's 24-25 annual action plan. We have the maximum combinations you can apply for below. Will there be a limit on the amount of planning technical assistance applications? So, or PTA. PTA will be under the competitive application process, so jurisdictions can submit a maximum of 2 PTA applications for a maximum of $300,000 each. Housing element compliance. How is housing element compliance determined? It appears there are new requirements for housing element updates. Our planning department is working on all requested required revisions, but this may take several months to get approved. So would we be able to apply with all that in progress? The answer is the minimum requirement to apply for CDBG funds is to submit a draft housing element to our housing policy division. If you have submitted the draft, you're eligible to apply. Additionally, you will need to work with HCD to get your draft housing element adopted and approved in a timely manner. HCD cannot issue a standard agreement until the housing element compliance is approved. For the affidavit of posting, for large jurisdictions or counties, the clerk may not post. Can the authorized representative sign the affidavit? The answer is yes, the authorized representative can sign the affidavit of posting. A reformatted affidavit of posting is forthcoming. Hopefully make it a little easier for everyone. Will racial equity be scored in this NOFA? The answer is for the 2024 NOFA, racial equity will not be scored. All right, so now we'll move on to questions and answers. You can submit your questions via Zoom with the Q&A function. Mamie, you have your hand up.
Yes, I just wanted to just clarify and just update. So the listening session will be in our normal scheduling office hours time on the 26th. So it won't be a separate link or a Zoom link for that listening session. So just log into office hours like you normally would log into, because we're going to use that office hours for that listening session. And just to kind of let you know that this is for to kind of get feedback from you on the application process, because I know that we have changed the application a couple of times. So we are going to be developing the 2024 application formatting questions. So this is going to give us some idea of what worked on the application and what didn't work as well. So kind of come prepared with some questions or some feedback for us so we can make the 2024 application a little bit more user-friendly if that's the issue. So we're very curious and interested in your feedback so we can continue to improve our application process.
Thank you, Mamie.
Mhm.
Our first question comes from Bridget Lacey. Is there an ETA for the 2023 standard agreements? Susan, you like to answer?
Yeah, thank you for your question, Bridget. We don't have a set ETA for the 2023 standard agreements. They're all kind of, there are different components to it. Some people are still working on some of the components to it. So we hope to have those out within the next couple months, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Like the NEPA needs to be completed and some don't have that done. So it's going to be different for everybody, but we are working to get them into standard, to get everyone into standard agreements as quickly as possible, of course, because we're kind of overlapping, more NOFAs coming up. So, and in an attempt to kind of streamline, but there are some mitigating circumstances with some of them. So you should be having contact if your jurisdiction has been provided a conditional award. I would reach out to the person who provided you with that conditional award letter, and you can probably get a better understanding individually of what your ETA might be. Hopefully that helps. Thanks, Bridget.
Thank you, Susan. We'll just give it a couple more minutes, see if any other questions come through. All right. From Brandy Cavarazzo. Will we need to submit photos of public meeting postings in addition to the affidavit, or will the affidavit signed by the authorized representative or clerk without the physical proof suffice? Susan, you'd like to answer?
Yeah, I can take that one too. Thanks, Brandy. Unfortunately, we do need also the photos of the public meeting postings. If you need, we we need the pictures, we need the affidavits. There are certain things we're going to need, and if you want some clarification, I would reach out to your representative here, and they can provide you with some additional information and like Tanner said earlier, we're updating the affidavit, make it a little more easier for you. So I would be in contact with your rep, your jurisdiction representative to get the exactly what you're going to need. We do have some additional resources for that. So thanks for your question, Brandy.
All right, our next question comes from Jennifer Warren. For the 2024 NOFA, are we allowed to purchase real property? So CDBG does allow for the acquisition of property. Depends on what the ultimate use of the property will be. I recommend contacting your CDBG rep to discuss the potential project. Next question from Bridget. Will there be a public hearing notice template with required language provided? It seems like there have been some new requirements recently. Susan.
Sure, I can take that one. Thanks, Bridget. There is a public hearing notice template on our website that you can use. If you need some help navigating to it, you can also, of course, reach out to your rep and they can guide you over to it. But if you look under on our CDBG page of the website, you will find the public hearing notice template that should be helpful for you. So hopefully that helps. Oh, and it looks like, thank you, Jeannie, popped a link to that in the chat. So maybe that will make it a little easier too. Thanks for your question.
Perfect. Thank you, Susan. We also have that notice available in Spanish. I'm assuming Jeannie has, oh, yep, there it is. So both are linked in the chat. All right, give it a couple more minutes, see if any more questions come through. Okay. Well, if there are no more questions, we can end the office hours a bit early.
Actually, Tanner, can I just mention one quick last thing? Sorry. It's not on a slide or anything, but I did want to give a shout out to everyone that's on the call that may have been transferred to a new program rep. We've had some staff movement around here, and we're working out the workload and making sure that you're getting good technical assistance and a lot of one-on-one as much as we can. So I do really appreciate everyone's patience with this transition, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns with your newly assigned program rep, for those of you who have received one. So I just wanted to give a shout out and thank everybody for their patience while we've done this transition.
Thank you, Susan. And we did receive a couple of comments and questions from Lori Adams. Looking forward to contracts and next NOFA. Thank you, Lori. We're looking forward to releasing that. From an anonymous attendee, what are the SAM requirements for recipients of a business loan program? Does the business need to maintain the SAM registration for the duration of the loan, the grant term?
Happy to take this one too. Thank you, Anonymous, for your question. SAM.gov should be maintained throughout the life of the grant. Particularly, it must be updated and current for any reimbursements that you request for. So anytime you request for a reimbursement, we're going to check and make sure that your SAM.gov registration is current. Hopefully that helps answer your question, but again, for more specifics, feel free to reach out to your program representative and they can give you the ins and outs of what that looks like. But in a nutshell, it should be kept current during the duration of the grant term.
Thank you, Susan. Right. Any other questions, announcements, comments? All right. I think we can end it here. Thank you everyone for attending office hours today. Appreciate your time and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good Wednesday.